Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. People here live taking time out their busy schedule, and also the amazing people that have requested a replay already. We want to welcome you to the interest or informational call for Any Good Thing Project. I am Dr. Renee Sunday, and later on I'll tell you a little bit more about myself, but I do want to go ahead and just tell you about the project, and that's what's important here. And then I'll actually open up the lines. My team is manning the dashboard. We're not going to be sharing your information with anybody. We're just here to share the information. It will be a recording if you want to share it with someone that may have an interest. Of course, all of your questions will be answered. If you think of some later, we will give you our email, website. Even you can inbox us or direct message us on Facebook or Instagram if need be. But at this time, please keep your phone muted if you can so we can have a clean recording. So anyway, this project, we're so excited about it. I know you're, for people that's not familiar with anthology or compilation, I've heard some people talk about it that way. I've heard people talk about it as a group project. So it's a lot of different ways that people actually talk about in regards of what type of project this could be. But I like to call them an anthology. And the reason I like to call them an anthology because all of us get together, including myself as the visionary, and we write about what the topic, and I'll tell you what the topic is as we go further. And what we do is we actually all work together. The good thing about my platform, I am a publisher, and I'll tell you a little bit more about myself shortly. But one thing I really stress to people all over, my clients, the people on social media, is you need to have a published book. A published book, I call it a market-winning book, because it opens up so many doors in regards to speaking. It opens up so many doors that you actually get credibility. It opens up so many doors you can raise your prices. People are actually noticing you because when the different authors, co-authors market, guess what? Your information's in the book as well. So what happens is you actually increase your status, if you will. I know a lot of people looking for the fame and fortune, but look at the people that we admire. Guess what? They have what? Several books. And they actually, guess what? They're best-selling authors as well. But what they do with that as well, they speak, most likely, right? They actually have their own coaching program. They have maybe a drop shipping company. They also may have, guess what? Physical products based on, guess what, the book that they have published. So a lot of things you can do with a published book. So that's why I call it a market-winning book, because it actually can open up so many opportunities. But guess what? I have to put a pin right there to say it has to be done the right way. Because I actually have been a part of a lot of anthologies, and I could tell you what my take on my vision when I do anthologies, okay? Of course, nothing against anybody else that have done anthologies, but the thing is I like to put my sweet sauce on that. And I think my team's saying I may need to just stop right here and let you know a little bit about me if you don't know me. I am Dr. Renee Sunday. I am known as the platform builder. So what that means, the platform builder, what I do is I help people identify their purpose if they're not aware. And then what we do after that, we build a platform to be seen, be heard, and get paid. Yes, we have to make sure we monetize our things, okay? And so I do that mostly through publishing. We do have a publishing company. I'm an international speaker. I'm also a best-selling author. All of the books that I have penned and other books that I have helped other people with have become a best-selling author. Now, what has that done for my brand? It really has exploded my brand, to be honest, because I actually have been able to ask for higher prices when I do stuff, because I know, and I'm not boasting, but the thing about it, if you know how to do it, you make sure you do it in the spirit of excellence, okay? I'm also the host of Good Deeds Radio and TV and magazine. So what I do is I leverage my platform so when the authors actually are part of the anthology, part of the co-authoring of the book, I actually already give them a platform. I already show them how they can get other media opportunities. I already give them that opportunity. I already give them a stage that they actually can promote, not just this book, but all the things that they are doing. See, that's the key. That's the key what people miss in regards of doing anthologies. Of course, you have to be in alignment with it, number one. Number two, you have to be, excited about it. You have to actually be a team player. But the other thing about it, you need to circle this around the actual things that you're doing in your business right now, the things that you're doing in your ministry right now, the things that you're doing in your city. Actually, this needs to be part of your vendor table. This needs to be part of your speaker sheet. This needs to be part of your speaker rule, the speaker reel that you actually sent out. So that's what my vision of an anthology, not just to be a public. Yeah, I love being a best-selling author. I love it. It actually allows me to open up a lot of doors. I love being a publisher. But the thing about it, what I really love is to help people leverage the media, because in order for you to be seen, be heard, some things go behind that. And I teach my clients that. And another thing is, how do you pitch to a podcast and then get, asked back? And how do I get to speak at the different places that I speak? It's a way of doing that. A lot of people do this, but I do my secret sauce, because I always tell people with your business, the secret sauce is what you bring to the table. The secret sauce is what you actually make happen. So that's what I have pledged myself to do. The other things I have to do, let you know, I do have a drop shipping company called Sunday Treasure. I actually have other things that I involved in. I help people launch their business. I'm an investor. What other things of course, in ministry, I am an apostle, and so I build and uplift, and I empower and people that they can realize that they can do it, that they can smile at night. Because let me let you know this, if you smile at night, guess what? After that, you actually have dreams and goals that you will obtain. But it does take the whole village. So that's the beauty of having an anthology. Okay, I think it did it. Okay, sorry about that. But anyway, technology keeps you humble, okay? At any time anyone have a question, you can unmute yourself, and that's star. Two things work, star 1, star 6, and actually star 3. All of them work, actually. But the anthology thing that we're working on is, can any good thing, based in the Bible, can any good thing come from Nazareth? When that's in regards, they were talking about Jesus. But we need to actually apply that to our own life. Can any good thing come from Tampa? Can any good thing come from Charlotte? Can any good thing come from Jamaica? Can any good thing come from California? Can any good thing come from Atlanta? Now, the goal of this whole project is to not just be from Atlanta, not just be from Charlotte, not just be from California. We want the project to be global, because the thing about it is all of us have a story. And if you haven't realized, just turn on any TED Talk, turn on any Les Brown, Lisa Nichols, even turn on Paula White, anybody, Ellen DeGeneres, most people, Oprah Winfrey, they are telling a story. So you have to be able to write that story out, and guess what? You need to be able to articulate it in a way that a person feels, guess what, that they can actually obtain their goals through the tips, strategies that you're sharing through your story. That's the key. That's how people are able to, and I'm going to just say it like this, kill the game when they actually speaking. How do they close the whole room? Because their story actually touched somebody's heart, that they feel that they actually, whoa, I'm making actually do this myself. And so that's what the book is. Can any good thing come from the book cover you may have seen? That was just a draft. The goal is to actually have one for each city that's represented. Now, how can we do that? Let me go a little deeper. In order to do that successfully, because we got to be successful, right? You know, my signature program is Be Seen, Be Heard, and what? The get paid part can't be left off. What happens at this point is we have to, at least in each city, have to at least have 10 people. Now, Dr. Sunday, how did you come up with 10 people? Because think about it. You got to really have at least 10 people per city to, guess what? To be able to share the marketing. See what I'm saying? Because the key, if anything you do, you have to have great marketing. The easy part is writing the book. I tell people when they come to us to publish their book, the easy part is writing the book. The key is how do you promote it, how do you market that? And we actually have tools and strategies that we actually do with that, okay? And the next thing is some churches have contacted me because, of course, the book, since I'm basing on scripture, is faith-based. Saying that they want to do it at their church. They want to say, can anything good come from Mount New Hope Baptist Church? Now, they book cover, can I be honest, it will be different than the ones with the city. Instead of having the background of the city, most likely it'll have a picture of their church. But we'll have to get that straight with the churches. We're still in a conversation with that. But the key is the book covers will have your respective city in the back. Also, what comes with the collaboration also is we'll have a lunch party. We'll do it here in Atlanta. Some people have pulled me aside and said, well, Dr. Sunday, we want to do one in our city. Well, yes, we can do that. We can get our event team together. And you know what I have learned? Can I say this real quick? I'm going to just throw this in here. I have learned to not go for the big crowds. It's good that you have 50, 60, 75 people. The key is everybody's welcome, of course, but the thing is you need to make sure that you impact one person's life. If you impact one person's life, guess what? After that, you got it made, because that one person is a tumbling, a ripple effect, just like how water does, okay? Now, the next thing I want to say about this is the goal is, you make goals, but everybody has to play their part. The release is usually, we're going to say, end of September. Now, Dr. Sunday, why you say the end of September? Well, through my market research and me being a publisher, the best time to launch with the upcoming months we have is actually the end of September. We actually, I tell my clients when the best time or the ultimate time is depending on what type of book, all that comes in there, and if they're ready or not, when a book should be released. But it is some strategies that most publishers would tell you is certain times of the year is good, bad, and indifferent. That's the best way of actually looking at it, okay? Let me see. I'm looking at my notes to make sure. We actually giving everybody almost 2 months to write 650 words. Let me let you know, I actually wrote 650 words in one day. Not boasting on that, but if you're really motivated, because you know your story, you have lived it, right? We actually, you can send it in as early as you want. Late, we have a deadline. And the people that move forward, all that information be emailed to you, the deadlines. How 650 words, we actually have a format. It has to be in a certain font, a certain style. Of course, we want your picture in the book, and we got to have professional pictures. See, that's a whole nother conversation that we'll have to the people that actually want to move forward. Also, let me say something else I put on my notes. Some people have said that this is the first time they've ever written a book, and they don't want to write it. They want a ghostwriter. We actually have a ghostwriter that's actually on staff. Now, I have to be honest with you. It's depending on how busy she is at that particular time, and she does charge a ghostwriting fee, okay? You see what I'm saying? So the key is write your story. We do have full-time editors, a Christian editor, and then we have I call it a generic or generalized editor, and we do have one that's specifically as actually a Christian-based writer. Because some of the books, if you know me, Dr. Sunday, I've written faith-based book. I've written entrepreneurship, and we have a whole new children line of books. So with that being said, we have all types of editors, proofreaders, and, of course, what word I'm looking for, formatters, because the format of the book is very important because we want to spotlight everyone, okay? Now, I did a lot of talking. I didn't want to hold the whole conversation. We actually do have the lines unmuted. If you want to actually ask a question, you can. If I didn't say something that, but the key, let me just regroup a minute. One, it is a faith-based book, number one. Number two, it's only 650 words.
Yeah.
And then the second thing, just keep in mind your line is live, you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Just you're welcome. Yeah, no, he should be fine. I mean, as long.
Okay. Now, so if you have any questions, you guys can start unmuting yourself if you're not already, and you can ask any questions. If anything I omitted. Of course, it is an investment. We'll talk about that right now. If no one has any, if somebody has a question, you can chime in on the information that I have supplied so far. And I have to tell you, I've been in several anthologies myself, and I think this is probably the least amount that I've ever paid. I've paid over $2,000 in some of the anthologies I've been in. But I think what came in my spirit was to do a little lower, and we do have payment plans. My team said I need to go on and say that right now. The investment actually to be part of the Any Good Thing is actually $795. Now, that is pretty cheap. If you actually have been in the anthology, I guess cheap is probably not the right word to say. The most economical, and we do have payment plans. You can actually pay, put a deposit down, $265, and then as the process goes on, meaning before you submit your 650 words, it's another payment, and then when you turn it in, it's actually another payment. And if you really want to be a part, let us know. We may actually can work some, break that down a little more if you need be. But let's keep this real. I do have to pay my team. They don't work for free. So I have to pay the editor. I have to pay the formatter. I have to pay all of these people. And then we have to pay for the event planner that's actually doing the live event. Okay? And then especially if we're doing live events in different locations, we actually need to be able to pay people. It's honorable to pay people. And we as humans, let me tell you, we don't do right when we get stuff for free, okay? So we actually, people value things more when we actually pay for it. There's a big difference, and I'm going to say it on this recording, a difference between a Tesla and a Mercedes. And it's a difference between a Mercedes and another smaller car, and a bicycle. I just said that way. It's a difference. So I'm going to open the lines up if anyone have any questions. Also, if you want to be a leader, quote unquote, when we calling out, we're not publishing that you're a leader, but if you want to spearhead in your city and you want to get at least 10 people, or if you want to do more, we actually have discounts for that because you actually are going out and finding people to actually be part of the collaboration. Please keep in mind we're doing this in the spirit of excellence, so it needs to be someone that you have trust in, that you know that they're going to do the right things in regards of the guidelines, in regards of the deadlines, because we don't want to have someone that we've been promoting and then they actually not all in. Okay? So the lines is unmuted. If you have a question, you can ask the question. Anything you need to know more about me as a business owner, I could tell you I have done, I've been in several anthologies, and actually my publishing company has done anthologies. Most of them, can I be real, been faith-based. That's just in my heart. I mean, that goes out to everything I do, though, of course, being a faith-based person. But God put this in my spirit a long time ago, and I said, I kept asking God, when was the time? And this is the time. So let me see. I think we have you have a question? Just speak out if you have a question. Mercy, you have a question? JoJo, you have a question? Your phone is unmuted. If okay, I guess just their lines are open. Okay, so does anyone have any questions? There are a lot of people online. I tried to be simple in the things that I said, and so I guess you guys understood what I was saying. Now, we actually have the link available if you want to take advantage this evening. When I looked at the lead page, you can pay the full price this evening if you want. If you want to go to bit.ly, that's bit.ly/anygoodthing. And it has two options there. You can actually pay full price, or you can pay the 3 payments with the deposit of $265 tonight. And the link again is bit.ly/any, A-N-Y, good, G-O-O-D, thing, T-H-I-N-G. All right, let's see. My team says somebody has a question. Anyone has any questions? Any questions?
Hi, Dr. Renee.
Hi,
hello.
Nancy. How you doing?
I'm okay. I finally joined in, but I was late. I missed about 15 minutes of the beginning of the session. Are you going to send out a replay so I can listen to the whole thing?
Yes, we will.
Okay.
We will.
Okay, yeah. I missed a lot of what you said.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry, but I can do a recap because it seemed like a lot of people came in at the end.
Okay.
Pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing is, well, let me first of all, I need to say, because somebody just sent us an inbox, is this just for ladies? No, this is not just for ladies. Actually, our gentlemen can be in part as well. It's an anthology, a combination of world changers. I mean, you guys, we are world changers. We have great testimonies that we want to share with other people. You can submit 650 words of your story. Now, a lot of people have sent us information, what part of our story. That's kind of up to you. But the thing about it is, think about when you want to tell somebody about your story. Think about Lisa Nichols, how she does things. She always tells you where she came from, poverty, right? Then she tells us her breaking point, that actually she had an awakening. You know, God gave her a vision or some dream. Something happened that make her feel that she can come out of that. And then after that, you build your story to where you are now as being a success entrepreneur, as being amazing in ministry, as being a prayer warrior, as being in the choir, as being the great CEO you are, being in your 9 to 5 and you dedicated your job, being a dedicated mother, dedicated father, those type of things. You know, the thing that we say in the Bible about Joseph and his pit, everybody's pit is different. Even though it may be a similar pit, it's different. I see mine, actually, I grew up in poverty, and then I actually went through the bullying. Then I went from 6 figures to 0 in one day. And then when I became an entrepreneur, I was self-sabotaging myself, okay? So all of us have a story. So all of us have something to share. But the goal is with this, we want people to know that it is a process. And you have to put yourself in a position to be able to receive. And then, of course, the prophet will run you down. That's what we want people to really share. 650 words. We actually, for the people that want to move forward, we do have a format. It has to be in a certain font, a certain actual style. And also, it's easy. It's what you do. To be honest, it's what you send an email, the same type of font. We just want it a little bigger so the editors can actually be ready to, to edit your material right away. We did also say if you're not in Atlanta, don't worry. We really want this to be more global. If you're in Tallahassee, if you're in Denver, wherever you are, you can actually do the book based on your city that you're from. Some people want to do it from the city that they were born in. That's your option. But we, of course, everything will be done in the spirit of excellence, though. And one church want to do it from their whole church, saying, can any good come from Mount Hebron Church? I mean, that, the only thing will be different from that, we'll have the church in the background of the cover versus the city. The other thing I said, we will have a live event, the live release, actually the last week or the second. It'll be the last week of the third weekend of September, because, we have to make sure the first week in September holiday, right? Then after that, people regrouping, so probably the third weekend or the fourth weekend. But we'll give you ample time that you actually can plan and get, your ducks in a row, because the kids should be back in school and all that type of stuff, so it's not conflicting with that. This is a way that we actually can help people. A lot of people are having depression. A lot of people are having secret problems. But all of us have issues and concerns. But we want to be able to give them a way that they actually can read something and connect with you, and then they can move forward in the things that you offer every day, the products and services, for example. Somebody just sent a question in with Dr. Sunday. Are you part of the collaboration? Can I be honest? Yes, I am. But God has not, can I be real? God has not released me to let me know, I kind of want initially for somebody else to do the forward, like we did in Jacqueline Carr did the forward of the last collaboration. That's the way I'm going. I think I actually would be a co-author, just but unless God tell me something different. I make our collaborations different because there's a video in the book. If you go and look at any of the collaborations we've done, it's a video, and I'm speaking to the people in the beginning of the book. Nobody's doing that in the collaboration. So there will be uniqueness because I can bring in my media background to actually capitalize on things. And that actually makes your book more, guess what, marketable and promotable. See what I'm saying? Okay. Yes, yes, and yes. Now, that's kind of a recap. The investment, it was 3 ways of doing that. Well, 2 ways, really. You can pay the full payment. It's $7.95. We can do PayPal or Stripe. We don't sell your information. The site is secure. If you want to do the 3 payments with the deposit of $265, and then we'll take it every 30 days, the 2 other amount comes out. If you really want to be a part and you don't have the finances, go to our website and send us a message at reneesunday.com. We can see what I have. I tend to have people that, believe in the things that I do. So they may actually, I had a conversation about that today with a couple of people. So if you really privately let me know about that, and we actually can take care of that. Okay? Any questions? Because I didn't want to keep you guys on here long. There will be a replay, and we can send that out, and you can share that. We'll make it public that you can actually share that information. My team is saying it's people here from, from the Georgia area, the DMV, Pennsylvania, Florida, Jamaica, what has she said? Nevada, Arkansas, California, Alabama. Okay, she said Alabama. Okay. And Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. So we have people from a lot of different places, okay? But we'll do what we have to do in regards of being doing in the spirit of excellence. It can't be, I'm sorry, I am a stickler of things being done the right way. I know that may be mean for me to say, but I have to do things with the spirit of excellence. As my granddaddy said, and probably your grandparents too, when you put your name on something, you want it done the right way. So Amen. Trust and believe. Amen. Amen, Mercy. It will be done the right way. If you want to check me out more, please go to my website, social media, to check out in regards to my authenticity, in regards to the things that I have going on right now. We do have a lot of things. This one I didn't mention earlier. They sent me a little note. I didn't tell you I do have a Sunday Academy, and what we do, I'm a certified coach trainer, so I do certify life coaches and media coaches and grief counselors and coaches. Yeah, my team has to remind me that I don't say all the things that I'm supposed to say. Okay, JoJo, they said you have a question. That's the only thing comes up is JoJo. So forgive me if I'm not calling your name correctly.
That's what's on the caller ID.
Yes, ma'am. It's I'll call your last four because nobody can actually get that, from the last four. It's 1033. Do you have a question?
It's Yolanda Daniels. I don't have a question. I'm just listening, but that's what it shows up on the caller ID is JoJo.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you know how these different cell phones do
Yes, ma'am.
They do what they want. Well, thank you for being on here. Wow. Hey, Yolanda. Do you have any questions or something that I missed out that you're curious about? A little bit, if you want a little more detail of the process. What I do is, and I think a lot of people that have collaborations, you give them the meat and the potatoes. A lot of people don't want to hear all the, because it is a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. It is a checklist we send out to the people that actually move forward because we have to have, for example, professional pictures. If you don't have that, we actually can kind of help you, direct you. We have several people on my team that's professional professional photographers. Of course, here in Atlanta, we can find anybody. If you need someone where you are, we probably can do that as well. And I travel a lot, and they travel with me a lot of times, so you can actually we can probably meet halfway or something. But the key is not making an excuse if you really want to be a part. That's the key. And, people can do that. So, yes, amen. Okay. So, any questions? You guys very quiet. That's always, I don't know if that, sometimes people say I'm very thorough, so that works out for me, but I like to answer people's questions, especially if it's dealing with money, okay? One line just came live. Its last four is 1766.
Hey, Dr. Renee, this is Onika.
Oh, hey, Onika.
Hey, how you doing? Just wanted to know again, will you repeat the link if you're interested, or will you email that out? Can you repeat that?
Oh, actually, we're going to do both. What we end up, the link is actually, let me tell you this. One thing, you got to be versatile, okay, with this. If you guys know anything about lead pages and one sheet, we actually created two because some people, I don't know, it's something going on with the cell phone updates. Some people couldn't open the initial link, so we end up making another one. So that's a key for any business owner. Be versatile. So always go and use your Bitly link if you can't get the other link to work. You know what I'm saying? So the link to register and both the payment options are on there is bit.ly, that's BIT, and .ly Annie, ANY, good, GOOD, thing, THING.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me see. Any questions? I think, Mercy, I think your line came back live. And Dorothy, do you have any questions?
No, I actually was able to hear everything, so I'm good.
Okay. Now, you guys, you know we in the inbox a lot. So if you have any questions, anything, was that Dorothy or was that Mercy? Okay. Well, anyway, let me see. I think everybody. Okay. Well, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Now, if you want to actually have a phone conversation, the best thing to do is probably go to our website and click the link and say you want to chat with Dr. Sunday. If you have a quick question, and when I say quick question, my team is always in the inbox. But if you actually want to have a conversation with me, the best thing is for us to schedule it. I'm actually in transition. I just got also, if I didn't say this, I am a board-certified anesthesiologist, and this season that we in now, a lot of people are taking vacation, spring break, et cetera, and so I just got a call, and I'll be moving, not moving, no, that's the wrong word, but I got another call. So I will be in the operating room a lot in the next 3 days, but don't let that, deter you of trying to talk with me, because my team, they know a lot of the answers, and if you want to talk to me directly, you can. But the best way to do it is go to the website, reneesunday.com, or inbox us on Facebook, Instagram, or any of those things, and we can set up a time to talk, okay? Because I obviously, I can't talk while I'm in the operating room, but if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Because one thing I don't want, and I've heard so many people been in anthologies, and they didn't get their questions asked. They felt like they paid their money and people forgot them. That's not going to happen here, because I value my money and I value everybody else. So if you have questions, concerns, say, Dr. Sunday, I want to, now it is a critical point for the people that's going forward to make a decision. This is actually now, today is the first, let me see, how I go now, the first week in April. We actually need to really seal this down if anyone want to be involved within the next week, to be honest. It's best to go on and get your seat secure by, if you want to do the 3 payments, or if you want to actually do the full payment. And people that do the full payment, I actually have some surprises for you on that. And actually, we'll have to have a conversation with that, because I'm actually I'm doing something special for you. The surprise! It's worth it. I promise it's worth it. But anyway, not to hold you, because I don't like wasting people's time. This replay will be available pretty quick after, and we'll actually get it out. If you have any questions, call us. But God loves you. God loves you. God loves you. Bye-bye, everyone.